Queen Adaeze stared at her hand in the mirror. The fingertip was gold. Not gold polish, not gold paint, real gold, solid metal where her flesh used to be. "No," she whispered. "No, no, no." She touched the fingertip with her other hand. It was hard, cold, like touching a coin. She could not feel anything in that finger anymore. It was dead. It was metal. The necklace around her neck felt warm. Too warm. It had felt warm since the moment she put it on 3 days ago. But now it was almost hot. Queen Adaeze was the most powerful woman in Lagos. She ruled over millions of people. She lived in a palace with 100 rooms. She had everything money could buy. But the one thing she wanted most she did not have. She was not the most beautiful woman in Nigeria. That ate at her every single day. She looked at herself in the mirror. She was pretty, yes, but her nose was too wide. Her skin had dark spots from the sun. Her eyes were nice, but they were not stunning. When she walked into a room, people bowed because she was queen, not because they were stunned by her beauty. That was why she had said yes to the traveler. 3 days ago, a woman came to the palace. She wore a long black dress and a head wrap that covered most of her face. She carried a wooden box. "I have something for Queen Adaeze," the woman said to the guards. "Something that will make her the most beautiful woman in all of Africa." The guards brought the woman to Adaeze. Adaeze should have sent her away. She should have been careful. But when you want something badly enough, you stop thinking clearly. The woman opened the box. Inside was a necklace. It was made of gold and had a large red stone in the center. The stone looked like it was glowing, like it had fire inside it. "This necklace has power," the woman said. Her voice was strange, too smooth, too calm. "Wear it and you will become more beautiful every day. In 1 week, you will be the most beautiful woman anyone has ever seen." "What is the price?" Adaeze asked. She was not stupid. Nothing powerful came for free. The woman smiled. "There is no price. It is a gift, but you must wear it every day. You cannot take it off, not even for 1 minute." "Why?" Adaeze asked. "Because the magic only works if you commit to it completely," the woman said. "If you take it off even once, the magic will break. You will go back to how you looked before. Actually, you will look worse." Adaeze stared at the necklace. She wanted it. She wanted it so badly her hands shook. "How do I know this is real?" she asked. "Put it on," the woman said. "You will see the change immediately." Adaeze reached for the necklace. Her hands trembled as she lifted it from the box. It was heavier than she expected, much heavier. She put it around her neck. The second the clasp closed, she felt something. Heat, power, energy rushing through her body like electricity. She looked in the mirror. Her skin was glowing, actually glowing. The dark spots on her face were fading. Her eyes looked brighter, bigger, more alive. Her lips looked fuller. Her cheekbones looked higher. "Oh my God," Adaeze whispered. The woman smiled. "In 3 days, people will not recognize you. In 1 week, they will worship you." Then the woman left. She walked out of the palace before Adaeze could ask any more questions. Before Adaeze could ask her name. Before Adaeze could ask where she came from. That should have been a warning. But Adaeze did not care. She finally had what she wanted. For 3 days, Adaeze watched herself transform. Her skin became smooth and perfect. Her hair became thick and shiny. Her body became slimmer and more graceful. Every mirror showed her a more beautiful version of herself. People started to stare. Her servants stared. Her advisors stared. People in the street stared when she drove past in her car. "My queen, you look amazing," her chief advisor said yesterday. "What happened? What did you do?" "I am just taking better care of myself," Adaeze lied. She did not want to share her secret, not yet. Maybe not ever, but now, looking at her golden fingertip, Adaeze realized something was very wrong. She grabbed the necklace and tried to pull it off. It would not move. She pulled harder. The clasp would not open. She grabbed scissors from her vanity and tried to cut the chain. The scissors broke. The chain did not even scratch. "Help!" Adaeze screamed. "Someone help me!" Her personal maid, Kioma, ran into the room. Kioma had worked for Adaeze for 10 years. She was loyal. She was kind. She was the only person in the palace Adaeze trusted. "My queen, what is wrong?" Kioma asked. Adaeze held up her hand. "Look at my finger, look at it." Kioma came closer. Her eyes went wide. Is that gold?" "Yes, help me get this necklace off." Adaeze grabbed at the necklace again, pulling so hard the chain cut into her neck. Kioma tried to help. She pulled at the clasp. She tried to cut it with a knife. Nothing worked. "Where did you get this necklace?" Kioma asked. "A woman gave it to me 3 days ago," Adaeze said. Tears ran down her face. "She said it would make me beautiful. She said I had to wear it every day and never take it off." "And you believed her?" Kioma's voice was sharp, angry. "My queen, why did you not ask me first? Why did you not ask anyone?" "Because I wanted to be beautiful," Adaeze shouted. "Because I am tired of being just pretty. I wanted to be stunning. I wanted people to look at me and forget how to breathe." Kioma grabbed Adaeze's shoulders. "You are beautiful. You have always been beautiful. This thing is evil. This is witchcraft." Adaeze looked at her hand again. Now 2 fingers were gold. The gold was spreading, slowly, but it was definitely spreading. "We need to find that woman," Adaeze said, "and we need to make her remove this curse." "What woman? You do not even know her name," Kioma said. "Then we find someone who can help, a doctor, a witch, someone." Adaeze and Kioma spent the rest of the day looking for help. They called every doctor in Lagos. Every doctor said the same thing. This was not a medical problem. This was something else, something beyond science. They found a herbalist who lived on the edge of the city. His name was Baba Lawal. He was old, maybe 80 years old. His eyes were cloudy with age, but he seemed to see things other people could not see. Adaeze showed him her hand. 3 fingers were gold now. The gold had also started spreading up her wrist. Baba Lawal touched the necklace. He pulled his hand back quickly like it burned him. "This is ancient magic," he said. "Very old, very powerful, very evil." "Can you remove it?" Adaeze asked. "No," Baba Lawal said. "This necklace was made with blood magic, with curses passed down for generations. I cannot break it. No one can break it." "Then what do I do?" Adaeze's voice broke. "What happens to me?" Baba Lawal looked at her with sad eyes. "The gold will continue to spread. It will cover your whole body. When it reaches your heart, you will turn into a statue, a golden statue. You will be frozen forever. Conscious but unable to move, unable to speak, unable to die." Adaeze felt like she could not breathe. "No, that cannot be true. There has to be a way." "There is one way," Baba Lawal said slowly, "but it is almost impossible." "Tell me." Adaeze grabbed his arm. "Tell me right now." "You must find the person who gave you the necklace," Baba Lawal said, "and you must make them remove it willingly. They must choose to free you. If they refuse, you are lost." "But I do not know where she went," Adaeze said. "I do not know anything about her." "Then you must find her quickly," Baba Lawal said, "because in 3 more days the gold will reach your heart, and then it will be over." Adaeze left Baba Lawal's house in a daze. Her mind was spinning. 3 days. She had 3 days to find a woman whose name she did not know. A woman who could be anywhere in Nigeria. anywhere in the world. By the time she got back to the palace, the gold had spread to her elbow. Her entire right arm was now metal. She could not move her fingers. She could not feel anything. It was like her arm belonged to someone else. Kioma helped her into bed that night. Adaeze could not stop crying. "We will find her," Kioma said. "We will search everywhere. We will put up posters. We will offer a reward. Someone must have seen her." But Adaeze knew the truth. The woman did not want to be found. She had given Adaeze the necklace on purpose. She had known exactly what would happen. This was not an accident. This was a trap, and Adaeze had walked right into it. That night, Adaeze could not sleep. She lay in bed and watched the gold spread. It moved slowly like honey dripping down a wall. By midnight, it had reached her shoulder. By 2 in the morning, it had started spreading across her chest. She got up and looked in the mirror. Half of her body was now gold. The right side of her face was gold. Her right eye was gold. She could still see through it somehow, but it did not blink anymore. It did not move. She looked like a monster, half woman, half statue. But the strangest thing was that the parts of her that were still flesh looked more beautiful than ever. Her skin glowed, her hair shone, her left eye was bright and perfect. The necklace was keeping its promise. It was making her beautiful. It was just killing her at the same time. Adaeze sat down on her bed and cried. She cried until she had no tears left. Then she just sat there, staring at nothing. She thought about her life. She thought about all the things she had done to try to be beautiful. The expensive creams, the painful treatments, the hours spent in front of mirrors hating what she saw. She thought about the compliments she had ignored, the people who told her she was pretty, the men who wanted to marry her. She had rejected all of them because they were not enough, because she wanted more. She wanted everyone to worship her. And now she was going to die because of it. No, not die. Worse, she was going to be frozen, awake, aware, trapped in a golden body forever. At dawn, Kioma came to her room. She gasped when she saw how much the gold had spread. "My queen, we need to go to the police," Kioma said. "We need to tell them about the woman. They can help us search." "The police cannot help with magic," Adaeze said. Her voice sounded strange, hollow, like it was coming from far away. "We have to try," Kioma said. "We have 2 days left. We cannot give up." But Adaeze had already given up. She could feel it. The necklace had won. Her vanity had destroyed her. She was going to become the very thing she had always wanted to be. An idol. Something beautiful for people to stare at. Something perfect and unchanging. She just never imagined it would be like this. That morning, Kioma made posters. She put them all over Lagos. She offered a huge reward for anyone who could find the mysterious woman in the black dress. The phone rang all day. Hundreds of people called. They all claimed to know where the woman was. They all wanted the reward money. But every lead was fake. Every address was wrong. Every description did not match. By evening, the gold had spread to Adaeze's neck. It was climbing up her face. Soon it would cover her completely. Adaeze sat in her throne room looking at nothing. She could not move her right arm. She could barely turn her head. She was becoming a statue while she was still alive. Then, as the sun was setting, a guard ran into the room. "My queen," he shouted, there is a woman at the gate. She says she is the one who gave you the necklace. She says she wants to see you." Adaeze's heart jumped. The woman had come back. But why? Why would she come back now? "Bring her to me," Adaeze said immediately. The woman walked into the throne room. She looked exactly the same. Black dress, head wrap, calm eyes. She looked at Adaeze and smiled. "Hello again, Queen Adaeze," the woman said. Her voice was cold. "I came to see how beautiful you have become." "Remove this curse," Adaeze said. Her voice shook. "Please, I will give you anything, money, power, anything you want." The woman laughed. It was a terrible sound, like breaking glass. "I do not want your money," the woman said. "I do not want your power. I already have what I want." "Then why did you do this to me?" Adaeze asked. "What did I do to you?" "You did nothing to me," the woman said. "But you did something to yourself. You chose vanity over everything else. You chose beauty over wisdom. You chose appearance over character. And now, you will pay the price." "Please," Adaeze begged. Tears ran down the left side of her face. The right side could not cry anymore. "Please give me another chance. I will change. I will be different." The woman stepped closer. She reached out and touched the necklace. "There is only one way I will remove this curse," the woman said. "You must prove to me that you have learned your lesson. You must do something that shows me you care about more than beauty." "Anything," Adaeze said. "Tell me what to do." The woman smiled. It was not a kind smile. "Tomorrow at noon I will return," the woman said, "and I will give you a choice. If you make the right choice, I will remove the necklace. If you make the wrong choice, you will turn into gold forever." "What choice?" Adaeze asked. "And tell me now." But the woman was already walking away. She moved toward the door like a shadow. "Wait!" Adaeze tried to stand, but her golden legs would not move. "Wait! Tell me what I have to do." The woman stopped at the door. She turned back one more time. "The choice will test everything you are," the woman said. "It will show me if you are still the same vain queen you have always been, or if you have finally learned what truly matters." Then she left, and Adaeze sat alone in her throne room, more gold than flesh now, with less than one day to figure out what choice could possibly save her life. Adaeze did not sleep that night. How could she? The gold was spreading faster now. It covered most of her face. Both her legs were solid metal. She could not walk anymore. She could barely move. Kioma stayed with her all night. She held Adaeze's left hand, the only hand that was still flesh. "We will get through this," Kioma kept saying. "You will survive this." But Adaeze could see the fear in Kioma's eyes. They both knew the truth. Time was running out. When the sun came up, Adaeze looked at herself in the mirror one last time. She barely recognized the woman staring back. Most of her body was gold now, shining, perfect, beautiful. She looked like a goddess, like something people would put in a museum and stare at for hours. But she was dying inside. "What choice do you think she will give me?" Adaeze asked Kioma. "I do not know," Kioma said, "but whatever it is, you must choose wisely. You must think carefully." "I am scared," Adaeze whispered. "What if I choose wrong?" "Then we find another way," Kioma said. But her voice shook. They both knew there was no other way. At 11 in the morning, servants carried Adaeze to the throne room. She could not walk. Her legs were too heavy, too stiff. They were metal now, not muscle. They placed her on her throne. She sat there, waiting. Her heart was beating so fast she thought it might explode. The gold had reached her chest. She could feel it getting close to her heart, so close. Maybe she had hours left, maybe less. At exactly noon, the woman in black walked into the throne room. She moved like smoke, silent, graceful, terrifying. "Queen Adaeze," the woman said. "Are you ready to make your choice?" "Yes," Adaeze said. Her voice came out weak, desperate. "Please, tell me what I must do." The woman smiled. She reached into her dress and pulled out a small bottle. The liquid inside was golden. It glowed. "This is the antidote," the woman said. "One drop of this liquid on the necklace and the curse will break. The gold will disappear. You will be free." Adaeze felt hope explode in her chest. "Give it to me, please." "Not yet," the woman said. "First, you must make your choice." The woman walked to the window. She looked out at the palace gardens. "Tell me, Queen Adaeze," the woman said, "what is the most precious thing in your life?" Adaeze thought about it. "My life," she said. "My life is the most precious thing." "Wrong," the woman said. She turned around. Her eyes were cold. "Try again." Adaeze's mind raced. What did the woman want her to say? "My beauty?" The woman laughed. "Still wrong. You really have learned nothing." "Then tell me," Adaeze shouted. "What is the answer?" "I will not tell you," the woman said, "but I will give you a choice that will reveal the truth." The woman walked to the door. She opened it. 2 guards walked in. Between them was Kioma. Kioma looked confused, scared. "My queen?" Kioma said. "What is happening?" The woman pointed at Kioma. "This woman has served you for 10 years. She has been loyal, she has been kind. She has never betrayed you." "Yes," Adaeze said. "Kioma is my most trusted servant, my friend." "Good," the woman said. "Then here is your choice." The woman held up the bottle of golden liquid, the antidote, the only thing that could save Adaeze. "I will cure you," the woman said. "I will remove the curse, but there is a price." "What price?" Adaeze asked. Her voice trembled. The woman pointed at Kioma. "She must take your place." Adaeze felt her heart stop. "What?" she whispered. "If I remove your curse, the necklace must go to someone else," the woman said. "That is the rule. The curse cannot be broken, it can only be transferred." "No," Adaeze said. "No, I will not do that." "Then you will turn into gold," the woman said. "In 3 hours, maybe 4, the gold will reach your heart. You will become a statue forever." Kioma's eyes went wide. She looked at Adaeze, then at the woman, then back at Adaeze. "My queen," Kioma said slowly. "What is she talking about?" The woman walked over to Kioma. She placed the necklace in Kioma's hands. "No, wait." She was holding a second necklace, an exact copy. "If Queen Adaeze agrees," the woman said, "I will put this necklace on you. You will become beautiful, more beautiful than you ever dreamed. But in 7 days you will turn into gold, just like your queen." "No," Adaeze shouted. "You cannot do this. This is evil." "I am not doing anything," the woman said calmly. "You are the one who must choose. Save yourself or save your servant. You cannot save both." Kioma looked at Adaeze. Tears filled her eyes. "My queen," Kioma said, "what do I do?" Adaeze's mind was spinning. This was impossible. This was cruel. How could she make this choice? If she saved herself, Kioma would die. Kioma, who had been loyal for 10 years. Kioma, who had held her hand all night. Kioma, who had searched all of Lagos trying to find help. But if she did not save herself, she would turn into gold. She would be frozen forever, conscious but unable to move, unable to speak, unable to die. "Choose," the woman said. "You have 1 minute." "No," Adaeze said. "I need more time. I need to think." "You have been thinking your whole life," the woman said. "You have spent years thinking only about yourself, about your beauty, about how you look. Now I am asking you to think about someone else. Can you do it? Or are you still the same selfish queen you have always been?" Adaeze looked at Kioma, really looked at her. Kioma was 35 years old. She had 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Adaeze had met them once. They were beautiful children, happy, full of life. If Kioma took the curse, those children would lose their mother. But if Adaeze turned into gold, no one would lose anything. Adaeze had no children, no husband, no one who truly loved her. She had servants and advisors, but they only bowed to her because she was queen. not because they cared about her. 30 seconds, the woman said. Please, Adaeze begged. There must be another way. There must be something else I can do. There is nothing else, the woman said. Choose. Live or let her live. You cannot have both. Adaeze felt the gold spreading. It was on her neck now, creeping toward her jaw. She could feel it getting closer to her heart, squeezing, tightening. She looked at Kioma. Kioma was crying now. My queen, Kioma whispered. It is okay. If you need to save yourself, I understand. I do not blame you. Those words broke something inside Adaeze. Kioma was willing to die for her. After everything. After all the years of Adaeze being cold and distant and demanding, Kioma was still willing to sacrifice herself. Adaeze thought about her life. She thought about all the years she spent looking in mirrors, hating her reflection, wanting to be more beautiful, more perfect, more worshipped. What had it gotten her? Nothing. She was still alone, still unhappy, still empty inside, but Kioma had something real. A family, children who loved her, a life that mattered. 10 seconds, the woman said. Adaeze closed her eyes. She thought about Kioma's children. She thought about them growing up without their mother. She thought about them crying, suffering, alone. She could not do it. She could not let that happen, even if it meant she would turn into gold forever. Adaeze opened her eyes. She looked at the woman. No, Adaeze said. Her voice was strong now, clear. I will not let Kioma take the curse. I will turn into gold. The room went silent. Kioma gasped. My queen, no, you cannot do this. I can, Adaeze said, and I will. You have children, you have a family, I have nothing. I have no one. My life is empty, but yours is full. You deserve to live more than I do. The woman stared at Adaeze. For the first time, she looked surprised. You are willing to die? The woman asked. Yes, Adaeze said. Tears ran down the left side of her face, the only side that could still cry. I am willing to turn into gold. I am willing to be frozen forever. Just leave Kioma alone. Let her go back to her children. The woman was quiet for a long moment. She looked at Adaeze, really looked at her. Then she smiled. But this smile was different. It was not cold. It was not cruel. It was almost kind. You have chosen wisely, the woman said. She walked over to Adaeze. She held up the bottle of golden liquid. You put someone else before yourself, the woman said. You chose love over vanity, sacrifice over selfishness. That is the lesson you needed to learn. She poured one drop of the liquid onto the necklace. The necklace began to glow, bright, brighter. So bright Adaeze had to close her eyes. She felt heat, power, energy rushing through her body like fire. Then she felt the gold melting, disappearing, turning back into flesh. She opened her eyes. She looked at her hands. They were flesh again, normal, human. She could move her fingers. She could feel again. She touched her face. It was smooth, soft. Not metal, not gold, just skin. The necklace fell off her neck. It hit the floor and shattered into 1,000 pieces. Adaeze stood up. Her legs worked, her body worked. She was alive, she was free. You saved me, Adaeze whispered. She looked at the woman. Why? I thought you wanted me to die. I did not want you to die, the woman said. I wanted you to change, to see that beauty is nothing without love, that perfection is meaningless without sacrifice, that a beautiful body means nothing if you have an ugly heart. Who are you? Adaeze asked. The woman removed her head wrap. Underneath she had the face of a young girl, maybe 20 years old, but her eyes looked ancient, like she had lived for 1,000 years. I am a guardian, the woman said. I travel the world looking for people who worship beauty above all else. I give them what they want, and I show them what it costs. How many people have you done this to? Adaeze asked. Hundreds, the woman said. Over many lifetimes, most of them fail the test. They choose to save themselves, they let others take the curse, and they turn into gold forever. Adaeze felt sick. Where are they now? The ones who failed? They are statues, the woman said. Beautiful golden statues in museums and palaces around the world. People stare at them every day. They worship their beauty, but they do not know those statues are alive, conscious, screaming inside but unable to make a sound. Kioma covered her mouth. That is horrible. It is justice, the woman said. They wanted to be worshipped for their beauty, now they are, forever. She turned back to Adaeze. But you are different. You chose love. You chose sacrifice. You proved that you learned the lesson, so I have freed you. Adaeze fell to her knees. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do not thank me yet, the woman said. You are free from the curse, but you are not free from the consequences. What consequences? Adaeze asked. The woman pointed at the broken pieces of the necklace on the floor. They were glowing, pulsing, like they were alive. The curse is broken, the woman said. But the magic is not gone. It must go somewhere. Where? Adaeze asked. Fear crept back into her voice. The woman looked sad. Into you. Adaeze felt her heart drop. What does that mean? It means the beauty the necklace gave you will fade, the woman said. In 3 days, you will look exactly like you looked before, maybe worse. The magic will take its payment. Adaeze touched her face. I will be ugly. You will be human, the woman corrected. You will look like yourself, your true self, not the false beauty the necklace gave you. Adaeze felt tears coming. After everything, after all of this, she would still lose her beauty, but then she looked at Kioma. Kioma was alive, safe, free, and suddenly Adaeze did not care about her beauty anymore. That is okay, Adaeze said. I can live with that, as long as Kioma is safe. The woman nodded. You have learned well. But there is one more thing you must know. What? Adaeze asked. The woman pointed to the glowing pieces of the necklace. The magic will not just take your beauty, it will take something else, something you value. What? Adaeze's voice shook. What will it take? I do not know, the woman said. The magic chooses. It looks into your heart and takes what you love most, what you value above everything else. But I already lost my beauty, Adaeze said. What else is there? The woman shook her head. You will find out. In 3 days, at sunset, the magic will take its payment. Can I stop it? Adaeze asked. No, the woman said. The curse is broken, but the magic must be balanced. You wanted beauty. You got beauty. Now you must pay the price. That is the rule. Before Adaeze could ask more questions, the woman walked toward the door. Wait, Adaeze called. Will I see you again? The woman stopped. She looked back over her shoulder. I hope not, the woman said. If you see me again, it means you have forgotten the lesson. It means you have gone back to your old ways, and next time there will be no second chance. Then she was gone, like smoke, like she was never there. Adaeze stood in the throne room, surrounded by the broken pieces of the cursed necklace. Kioma ran to her and hugged her tight. You saved me, Kioma cried. You saved my life. You saved mine first, Adaeze said, by staying with me, by caring about me even when I did not deserve it. They held each other for a long time, but in Adaeze's mind, one question kept repeating. What would the magic take from her? She had 3 days to find out, 3 days until sunset. 3 days until she would lose something she loved even more than beauty. But what could that be? She thought she had already lost everything. 3 days passed slowly. Too slowly. Adaeze watched herself in the mirror every morning. She watched her beauty fade, just like the woman said it would. Her skin lost its glow. Her hair became normal again. Her eyes looked regular, not stunning, just eyes. By the 3rd day, she looked like her old self, the self she had hated for so many years. But strangely, she did not hate it anymore. She looked at her reflection and saw something different now. She saw a woman who had survived, a woman who had chosen love over vanity, a woman who had changed. "You look beautiful," Kioma said that morning. Adaeze laughed. "No, I do not. I look plain, normal." "You look real," Kioma said. "That is more beautiful than any magic could ever make you." Adaeze smiled. Maybe Kioma was right, but all day Adaeze felt nervous. The woman had said the magic would take something at sunset, something Adaeze valued even more than beauty. What could it be? She thought about it all day. What did she value? What did she love? Her palace, her throne, her power. Those things mattered, yes, but after everything that happened, they did not feel as important anymore. So what would the magic take? At 5 in the evening, Adaeze sat in her throne room. Kioma sat beside her. They waited together. The sun was setting. Orange light filled the windows. "Maybe nothing will happen," Kioma said. "Maybe the woman was wrong." "She was not wrong," Adaeze said. "She knew exactly what she was talking about. Something is going to happen. I can feel it." At exactly 6 o'clock, when the sun touched the horizon, Adaeze felt something strange. A warmth in her chest, a pulling sensation, like something inside her was being dragged out. "What is happening?" Kioma asked. She looked scared. "I do not know," Adaeze said. She stood up. The pulling sensation got stronger. It hurt. Like someone was reaching inside her chest and squeezing her heart. Then she heard a voice. The woman's voice. But the woman was not there. The voice came from inside Adaeze's head. "The magic has chosen," the voice said. "It has looked into your heart. It has seen what you value most, and now it will take it." "What?" Adaeze shouted. "What will it take?" "Your memory," the voice said. Adaeze felt her heart stop. "My memory? What does that mean?" "In 1 minute you will forget everything," the voice said. "You will forget your name, your past, your title. Everything that makes you Queen Adaeze will disappear. You will remember nothing." "No!" Adaeze screamed. "No! Take something else. Take my palace. Take my money. Take anything but my memory." "The magic has chosen," the voice repeated. "You cannot change it." Kioma grabbed Adaeze's arm. "What is happening? What did she say?" "I am going to forget everything," Adaeze said. Tears streamed down her face. "In 1 minute I will not remember who I am. I will not remember you. I will not remember anything." "No," Kioma said, "that cannot be true. We will fight it. We will find a way." But Adaeze knew there was no way to fight magic. She looked at Kioma. She looked at her throne room. She looked at everything she had known her whole life. And she realized something. This was what she valued most. Not her beauty, not even her power, but her identity, her sense of self, her memories of who she was and where she came from. Without her memories, she would be nothing. A blank page, an empty person. "I am scared," Adaeze whispered. Kioma hugged her tight. "I will take care of you. Even if you do not remember me, I will not leave you, I promise." Adaeze felt the pulling sensation get stronger. It was happening. The magic was taking her memories. She tried to hold on. She tried to remember everything, her childhood, her parents. The day she became queen, every important moment in her life, but the memories were slipping away like sand through her fingers. She felt them going, one by one, disappearing into darkness. Her mother's face, gone. Her father's voice, gone. The palace gardens where she played as a child, gone. "No!" Adaeze cried. Please, not this, anything but this." Kioma was crying too. "Stay with me, fight it, do not let it take you." But Adaeze could not fight. The magic was too strong. She felt her name slipping away. Adaeze, Queen Adaeze. Who was that? She could not remember. She looked at the woman holding her. Who was she? Why was she crying? Everything was fading. The throne room looked unfamiliar, strange, like she had never been there before. "Who am I?" Adaeze asked. Her voice sounded lost, confused. "Where am I?" "You are Queen Adaeze," Kioma said. "You are in your palace. I am Kioma, your friend." But the words meant nothing. Adaeze looked at her hands. Were these her hands? She did not know. She looked at the woman in front of her, Kioma. That name sounded familiar, but she could not remember why. "I do not understand," Adaeze said. "What is happening to me?" Kioma hugged her tighter. "It is okay. Everything will be okay. I am here. I will help you." And then, just as the last memory was about to disappear, something strange happened. Adaeze felt another presence, a warmth, a light. The woman in black appeared in the throne room, but she looked different now. She was glowing, shining with golden light. "Stop," the woman said. Her voice echoed through the room. The pulling sensation stopped. The memories stopped fading. Adaeze gasped. She could think again. She could remember. Everything came rushing back. "What did you do?" Adaeze asked. "Why did you stop it?" The woman smiled. "Because you passed the final test." "What test?" Adaeze asked. "I do not understand." "When I told you the magic would take your memory, you could have run," the woman said. "You could have locked yourself in a room. You could have tried to hide. But you did not. You stayed. You faced your fear, and in your final moments you did not think about yourself." The woman pointed at Kioma. "You thought about her. You worried about what would happen to her after you forgot. You wanted to protect her even though you would not remember why." Adaeze looked at Kioma, then back at the woman. "That is the truth test," the woman said. "The final test, to see if your change was real. To see if you truly learned to put others before yourself." "So you were not really going to take my memory?" Adaeze asked. "I was," the woman said. "The magic was real. But I stopped it at the last second, because you proved you had truly changed. You proved your heart is different now." Adaeze fell to her knees. Relief flooded through her body. She could still remember. She was still herself. "Thank you," Adaeze whispered. "Thank you so much." "Do not thank me," the woman said. "Thank yourself. You chose this. You chose to change. You chose love over vanity. Sacrifice over selfishness. Memory over magic." The woman walked toward the broken pieces of the necklace that still lay on the floor. She waved her hand over them. The pieces began to glow. "The magic is released now," the woman said. "The curse is completely broken. You are free, truly free." The pieces of the necklace turned to dust. Golden dust that floated up into the air and disappeared. "What happens now?" Adaeze asked. "Now you live," the woman said. "You live your life. You be yourself, your true self. Not the false beauty the necklace gave you, not the golden statue you almost became. Just you, plain, normal, human, real." "But I am a queen," Adaeze said. "I have responsibilities. I have people who depend on me." "Then be a good queen," the woman said. "Be a queen who cares about her people more than her appearance. Be a queen who values kindness over beauty. Be a queen who remembers what you learned. Adaeze nodded. I will. I promise. The woman started to fade. Her body became transparent, like smoke. Will I ever see you again? Adaeze asked. I hope not, the woman said again. But if you forget this lesson, if you go back to your old ways, I will return, and next time there will be no mercy, no second chances, no tests to pass. I will not forget, Adaeze said. I promise I will never forget. The woman smiled one last time. Then she disappeared completely. Adaeze and Keoma stood alone in the throne room. The sun had set, night had fallen. Is it really over? Keoma asked. Yes, Adaeze said. It is really over. They hugged each other, they cried, they laughed, they were alive, they were free, they had survived. The next morning, Adaeze woke up and looked in the mirror. She saw her plain face, her normal hair, her regular eyes, and for the first time in her life, she smiled at what she saw. Good morning, she said to her reflection. It is nice to meet the real you. She got dressed in simple clothes, not expensive robes, not jewels and gold, just a plain dress. She walked through the palace. Her servants stared at her. They looked confused. My queen, one servant said. Are you feeling well? You look different. I feel wonderful, Adaeze said. Better than I have felt in years. She went to the palace gardens. She sat on a bench and watched the sunrise. She breathed in the fresh air. She listened to the birds singing. When was the last time she had done this? When was the last time she sat outside and just enjoyed being alive? She could not remember. She had been too busy looking in mirrors, too busy hating herself, too busy wanting to be someone else. Keoma found her there an hour later. My queen, Keoma said. The advisors are waiting for you. There are decisions to make, laws to sign. Let them wait, Adaeze said. Sit with me. Tell me about your children. Tell me about your life. I realize I never really listened before. Keoma sat down. She looked surprised, but she smiled. My oldest son wants to be a doctor, Keoma said. He studies every night. He works so hard. That is wonderful, Adaeze said. You must be so proud. I am, Keoma said. They talked for an hour, about Keoma's family, about her dreams, about her life. And Adaeze realized something. This was what had been missing. Connection. Real connection with real people. She had spent so long caring only about herself that she forgot other people existed. She forgot they had stories, lives, dreams. Later that day, Adaeze called a meeting with all her advisors. I have an announcement, she said. From now on, things will be different in this palace. The advisors looked at each other nervously. Every week, I will meet with regular people, Adaeze said. Not just rich people, not just important people, regular citizens. I want to hear their problems. I want to help them. But my queen, one advisor said, that will take so much time. You have other responsibilities. Nothing is more important than the people, Adaeze said. I am their queen. I should serve them, not the other way around. The advisors were shocked, but they nodded. They agreed. Over the next few weeks, Adaeze kept her promise. She met with farmers, with teachers, with mothers and fathers who were struggling to feed their children. She listened to their stories. She helped them when she could. She made new laws to make life easier for poor people. And something amazing happened. People started to love her, not because she was beautiful, not because she was powerful, but because she cared, because she listened, because she was real. One day, an old woman came to see her. My queen, the old woman said, I wanted to thank you. You helped my grandson get medicine when he was sick. You saved his life. I am glad I could help, Adaeze said. The old woman smiled. You are the best queen we have ever had. You are beautiful inside. That is the only beauty that matters. Those words stayed with Adaeze. They meant more than any compliment about her face ever had. Months passed, then a year. Adaeze grew older. Her hair started to turn gray. Lines appeared on her face, but she did not care. She did not stare in mirrors anymore. She did not worry about how she looked. She was too busy living, too busy helping people, too busy being happy. One evening, she sat in her throne room with Kioma. They were drinking tea and laughing about something silly. "Do you ever miss it?" Kioma asked. "The beauty the necklace gave you?" Adaeze thought about it. "No," she said honestly. "That beauty was not real. It was false, empty. It meant nothing." "You are beautiful now," Kioma said, "in the ways that matter." "So are you," Adaeze said. "Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for being my friend." "Always," Kioma said. They sat together in comfortable silence. The sun was setting. Orange light filled the room. Adaeze thought about the woman in black. She thought about the cursed necklace. She thought about the golden statue she had almost become. She thought about all the other people who had failed the test. The people who chose to save themselves. The people who let others take the curse. Those people were statues now. Beautiful golden statues in museums around the world. Frozen forever. Worshipped for their beauty but dead inside. Adaeze could have been one of them. She had been so close. But she made a different choice. She chose love. She chose sacrifice. She chose to be real instead of perfect. And that choice had saved her life. Not just her physical life, but her real life, her soul. "What are you thinking about?" Kioma asked. "About how lucky I am," Adaeze said. "I almost lost everything, but instead, I found everything that matters." "Like what?" Kioma asked. "Like friendship," Adaeze said. "Like purpose. Like knowing who I really am and being okay with it. Like understanding that beauty fades but kindness lasts forever." Kioma smiled. "That sounds like wisdom." "It is wisdom I paid dearly for," Adaeze said. "But it was worth it." They finished their tea as the sun disappeared below the horizon. Night fell over the palace, but inside there was light, warmth, peace. Adaeze had everything she ever wanted, just not in the way she expected. She was not the most beautiful woman in Nigeria. She was not a golden goddess that people worshipped. She was just Adaeze, a regular woman, a good queen, a real person, and that was enough. More than enough, it was everything. Years later, when Adaeze was old and gray, she told her story to her people. She warned them about vanity, about chasing false beauty, about caring too much about appearance. "Real beauty comes from who you are," she would say, "not what you look like. Real beauty comes from your choices, your actions, your heart." People listened. They learned. They remembered. And somewhere in another part of the world, a woman in a black dress smiled. She had saved another soul. She had taught another lesson. There would be others who needed to learn. Other vain people who worshipped beauty above all else. She would find them. She would test them. She would give them a choice. Some would pass. Some would fail. But the curse would continue. The magic would never die. Because as long as people valued appearance over character, as long as they chased false beauty instead of real kindness, the woman in black would have work to do. And the golden statues in museums around the world would continue to grow. Silent, beautiful, frozen, a warning to anyone who looked at them. A reminder that true beauty comes from within, and that some prices are too high to pay. The end, wow. What a story. Did you watch all the way to the end? I really hope you did. Now it's your turn. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this story. I mean it. Go ahead and like it right now. And please leave a comment below. I read every single comment and I love hearing from you. Your comments help this channel grow and help me make better stories for you. And if you're new here, subscribe to this channel. I post dramatic stories like this one every single day. Stories about love, betrayal, secrets, and shocking twists. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and remember, real beauty comes from who you are inside, not what you look like outside. I'll see you in the next story. God bless you all.